Oh, hey everybody, welcome back to the No Cover TV podcast. Look who's in the house next to me. We're actually jumping the pond today. We're all the way to Sweden. We're going. That's right. Styren's in the house from the band Styren. Magnus is in the house joining us. So we're going to have a great interview with Magnus from Styren today. This evening, I should say, for myself and actually him too. It's going on evening for himself, I think, over in Sweden. I'm not sure. My times are all messed up since I moved. I have no idea where I am or what's
Yeah.
going on. But I guess that's all right when you get older. So, anyways, but we're gonna have a great show with Magnus and stuff, and talking about their wonderful, amazing music. You gotta check them out. Don't do it right now. Not now. Well, let's get through this interview first. But
Yeah.
anyways, first of all, I want to thank all of you out there for checking out the No Cover TV podcast. And from what was it, 2000? Oh, 97. We started the show 97. Can you believe it's been 1997? I started the TV show to promote your music and get it out there, and we're still going strong. What from TV to 2016, then to radio, and now we're on podcast. You're just not going to get rid of me. It's about the music. It means a lot to me. I played from 85 to 97, hung the guitars up. It was a bad divorce. Decided it's time to help you out there, get your music and your story out there. And I'm not going to stop. It deserves to be heard and seen. And there's amazing, amazing music scene out there of all genres and age group. It's blowing my mind. I don't need to listen to the radio anymore. I just need to, pop on, Spotify. I won't mention names, but any of those platforms out there and listen to great music out there. I love all of the headliners out there, but I do need to take a break from that once in a while. And I do want to pay my tributes to Ace Frehley too, who just passed away. My heart has sunk for that one. That was a big goner for me in my book, and it hurts that we losing our idols. Unfortunately, we're not going to see those days ever again. To have idols like Ace Frehley, Ozzy Osbourne, and the list goes on and on. So let's continue on with this show. Before we get into the show, there's some people I got to thank out there. Some wonderful people out there that helped me get these wonderful artists, story, and music out there around the world. Let's go down the list a little bit. We won't go down the whole list because it'll take forever. But let's start out with Sandra. Sandra, you're out there from De La Par Entertainment. How you doing, Sandra? We want to thank Oz from International Blindfolded International Management. I think it was Andrea Hall that sent me and Magnus up here from Andrea Hall Music Management, and we got SBM Global Media out there. We got Kaipo Media out there. We got Round the Clock PR, Legion Entertainment, and we got Curtain Call Records. We got a lot of you out there sending us No Cover TV, your artists, so we can get their story music out there. And then to all you independent artists out there, I have got you on the list. I am receiving your emails, all your messages. I'm writing you down. I will get to eventually. It's taking a little time, but I get very booked up, as you know. So I will get to you. Your music means a lot to me. So before I get on with our show with Magnus from the band Styren, I got to catch my breath here. Let's get my three favorite words out before we start our show. And that would be what? Support, support, support. That's right. Go support these artists. Go to the shows and pay a cover charge if there is one. Get to that swag table. Get a duffel bag. Get it all. Get a CD, an album, a t-shirt, a hoodie, coffee mug, keychain, bumper sticker. Get it all. Just pack it up. Then bring that duffel bag yourself out to that floor and enjoy that show. And see if you can stick afterwards and meet these great artists here. And see if you get an autograph. Because in my book, they're all going straight to the top. And remember, these artists love doing what they're doing to put a smile on your face. In return, your smile kicks right back to them, puts a big old grin and smile on the artist's face. It's a wonderful thing, man. Music makes the world goes around. I really believe that. I truly do. So let's not waste any more time today. In the house from the band Styren, Magnus, how you doing, brother? All the way from what? Gothenburg, Sweden, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh
In
my
Sweden.
goodness, I'm jumping the puddle a different way. Instead of being in the U.S., I'm over here in Asia now. So yeah, well, you're a little north or northeast somewhere over there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, but you're up there somewhere. So
Yeah.
so 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 how you doing today, Magnus?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Good,
It's
good, brother.
Saturday afternoon in Sweden, and the fall is here, and yeah, it's getting colder and windier and wetter, and yeah, the leaves are changing color, and yeah, things like that, you
Mm,
know.
that's the one thing I'm not missing this year. It's actually getting hotter and hotter as we speak. There's 3 seasons here. There's hot, hotter, and then there's just hell. So,
Yeah,
and we're approaching hell right now. So it's unbelievable. So
yeah,
yeah, it gets hot here. So good deal, my friend. Well, we have a lot to chat about, Magnus. My
sure,
goodness, your music is outstanding, phenomenal, fabulous, fantastic. I got so many words I could use. I just we got a lot to chat about, my friend. You're all over the board. Your music is very powerful.
yeah,
Uh, it is. I'll say it's like we'll get into a little bit orchestration. How do I you know how to say the word? But you remember the band Lawrence Welk back in the day, right?
say again, with what?
Do you remember the band Lawrence Welk back in the
No,
day?
no, I'm sorry, no, no.
No, Okay, Lawrence Welk back in the day was an old band back in the 50s that played. It was a big band. Had all the big instruments and stuff like that. With the brass section, every section. To me, that is you in the rock and roll section.
Ah, I better
You
check them out
are
then.
you you are the big band of the melodic heavy metal scenery, I would say.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
yeah,
Tremendous, tremendous. But before we go down that road and that journey a little bit, let's not talk about music. How's that sound? Let's talk about you
sure.
for a minute. How about we just get off the boat here? Let's see if Magnus allows me to jump inside his head and find some things out. Can I do that, Magnus?
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, let's see what we can find out. Let's have some fun here. All right, Magnus. Now, I would think we grew up around the same time and stuff like that. I'm not going to point fingers at ages of who's older. Me.
Oh.
No, just kidding. But anyways,
Yeah.
so I want to take you back in time. I want to go back to the early days. I want to go back to around um 7 to 10 years old. That's what we're listening to. What our mom and dad might be having on the phonograph, 8 tracks, cassettes, whatever. Grandma, grandpa, our siblings, if we have over siblings, cousins, whatever. What were you kind of grasping onto and catching in your ear and saying, "Hey, I like that sound"? What would that have been?
Yeah, my parents listened a lot to ABBA at the time. You know, they were huge
Oh
in the
yeah,
late
definitely.
70s and the beginning of the 80s. So ABBA
No.
caught me quite early, and then I had a friend whose dad listened to that British heavy metal. You know, Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and
Oh,
stuff like that. Yeah, so I was like 9 years old, or
9 years.
yeah, when
Yeah.
I discovered that album, The Number of the Beast, you know.
Number of the
So
beast. That's
yeah,
great. Nine
so
years
so I
old.
was hooked ever since in that genre and that energy, and of course, Bruce Dickinson's vocals had a huge impact on me, of course.
Well, definitely throughout your music, you can definitely hear your influence of the '80s and early '90s. I would say that
Yeah,
bleeds
sure.
into definitely, most
Yeah,
definitely. And you have one hell of a powerful vocal range and voice.
yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you, thank you.
So, okay, well, let's stick around where we're at now. We're still young. Okay, we're a kid. Okay, you're listening to you got it 9 years old. That's great. My goodness, what a
Yeah,
great way to start off life. So, okay, you got that at 9 years old. You're banging your head. You're the master at freaking air guitar and everything else, and
yeah,
drums,
yeah, yeah.
drums and singing and all this great stuff. So, when you started playing this album and stuff and getting onto other albums, do you think this is something I want to do, look into life possibly?
Uh, yeah. The second album I was hooked into was Dio, Holy Diver.
Yes,
Yeah,
Holy Diver.
and then it just went from there, and I discovered AC/DC and
Yeah. Great band. Oh
Dokken.
my.
I discovered Dokken quite early, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
Doc
and,
is great.
yeah, great. And all
Great.
those American and British bands growing up in the 80s, you know. So
It was great to experience the 80s bands in the era that we went through, to
yeah,
see these bands, to hear them. Being able to go to a vinyl store and look through the vinyls and being able to pick up that vinyl and physically hold it.
yeah,
And then
yeah,
you never knew when you got home what you were going to open up and get inside, whether there's a posters or stickers or pics or
yeah.
whatever. It was always a great time to go to the vinyl store and pick out your
It
favorite
was.
vinyl.
I remembering selling newspapers and doing uh, small jobs, as a young boy, and getting some money and taking the tram to the record store and saving up money, to buy a vinyl. And
That's right.
going home on the tram to listen to the record. Sat on the tram and just read every word on the cover.
So
And
you knew it
yeah,
when you got
yeah,
home. Exactly.
yeah. And
That's
I
great.
and those bags you got when you bought records, they were like transparent, so everyone could see which
Right, what
album you
you were
got.
listening
Yes, you
to.
went going through town with, yeah, look at me, I got the new Def Leppard album or whatever. Yeah, it was
That's
a great time,
great.
great time.
That
I
was
I miss that
beautiful.
time. You can also listen to the albums. So they allowed you to listen to with the
Yeah, you put
headphones
the
and
headphones on.
yeah,
Yes,
and listen
or
to
a
like a
boost or
first song or
something.
something. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
great.
30-second or minute track. Yeah, that lets you listen to. But
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun back then,
yeah,
and it just it was a simpler time. It's
yeah,
definitely simpler than it is now.
yeah,
Whoa. So okay, so all right, so that music's hitting you at a young age. So
yeah.
now, at a young age, did you decide, if I'm going to do this, am I going to be a musician or am I going to be a singer? What crossed your mind?
Um, in high school, I met some guys who played guitar, and I wanted to be a drummer at first,
Oh,
but I
drummer.
wasn't any good at it. So, and besides that, my dad wouldn't allow me to
Yeah.
insert a drum kit in my boys' room, at home.
Right.
No,
It
no,
wasn't
it was
happening.
out of the question. So, and also those gear was kind of expensive back then. And I was
Yeah.
kind of I wouldn't say I was poor, but I hadn't that much money.
Oh,
And my friend told me, you're such a crazy guy and you have such a loud voice, so why don't you take the mic in front the band instead? So I did that, yeah,
well, there you
in
go.
my late teens, and I yeah
Sure, sure, sure.
went
Now,
off from that.
and like, as me being a musician and yourself, when we were younger growing up, we sang to every song and we tried to hone our voice to equally match the vocalist that was on the record player or the radio or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to say, you got pretty damn good at it fast, didn't you?
Um no,
No.
actually. no, no, I
You
didn't.
got me on that one.
It took me a while actually.
It took you a little bit.
Some singers I could imitate quite good, yeah, but I was aiming for that level, Ronnie James Dio and uh,
Yes.
Bruce Dickinson, Rob Halford, and guys like that, Jeff Tate and those gods up there somewhere. I was aiming for those guys, so. Uh,
And,
yeah, it took me a while. Yeah,
well, yeah, that's going to take a while because that's a whole next level going up
yeah,
there. Rob Halford to deal to those guys, and that's that's just jumping. That's just not even taking a small baby step. That's just
oh,
jumping the clouds right there,
yeah.
brother. And how long did it take to possibly, did you feel in your soul that you got to that mark where you hit the Rob Halford note? Because you got that right now.
Yeah. A quite famous singer in Sweden. He's not into metal or something. He's a musical and actor, star, and sort of. And I bumped into him once, and I asked him, "Can you give me some advice, singer in the spree, so to speak?" So he said, "Yeah, you got to find your own voice. Stop imitating everyone else. Find
That's
your own
right.
voice and find your own key, and work with what you got,
Yeah,
and
very
be
true.
the best in that area. You know, we our vocal cords are different. You know,
Yes.
yeah, we some things we just can't do,
No.
or we
No.
can. So
Oh,
this is the this is the thing I have to work with. You know.
right. And since you've been doing this for so many years, I'm hoping you're taking great care of your voice. I'm sure. I'm sure you're doing falsettos. You honey tea. You're doing all that good stuff. Taking care of your voice.
Yeah, I try to be careful when I have a show. If I had a show tonight, I would like do some vocal exercises and drink a lot and stay off the
Exactly.
booze. Stay off the booze. The booze destroys your
Does
voice
not
in an
help.
instant. You know. Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
you think it makes you think it might make you sound better, but it really doesn't, folks. It really
Yeah. It does for a
doesn't.
short while, for a song or two. Then it's crap. Yeah.
Right, then it
Yeah.
sucks. It goes right downhill
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
now you mentioned your friends in high school talking music stuff. Were you able to join a band in high school before you
yeah,
graduated?
we
Yeah.
formed a band and we did some shows and demos and stuff and went around. And but yeah, we didn't develop that fast. You know, the Gothenburg sound in the early 90s with the At the Gates and In Flames and band. We were stuck in the 80s sound by that time, so
Okay.
we didn't grasp that thing with melodic death metal stuff that came out from Gothenburg scene. And I don't get it still to this day. It's just not my cup of tea. Those guys are brilliant in every aspect and great musicians, and but I just don't get it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know, and you know you yourself is great, incredible what you're doing, and now 18 hits and life starts. So we either get go to college, get a life, get a job, start a family, do something with our lives. Did we go to college? What did we do?
yeah, I had kids quite early on in my life, so I was like
Sure,
occupied with that for a couple of years, and um, uh, eventually got divorced. But
shit happens.
yeah, shit happens, you know. And
Been down there.
I had a construction. I worked at construction, and I had my own company for a while there, construction company.
Okay.
And I got bored by that, and went to college, university, and got a degree, uh, and tried to reinvent myself as a musician, as a singer, to do something different from what I did before, and also then came the COVID thing, you know, and we were kind of locked in for like 2 or 3 years. And I
Yeah.
was sick. I was very sick from COVID.
Oh.
And my lungs and my vocal cords were quite damaged. So it took me a while
Oh.
to learn how to sing again. So it took me like a year and a half just to learn how to master my voice again, and I came out better than before. So it was kind
Oh,
of
well,
yeah,
it's a blessing, I guess. Then
yeah, it was a blessing in disguise
it
in
was
some way. Yeah,
disguised,
yeah.
definitely.
So
So now these years that you were going to, school, having kids and stuff, did you still able to dabble with the music on the side, or did you kind of put it up for a while and then come back to it?
I took a break for a couple of years from it. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
to study on the university and
Sure,
to
exactly.
launch a new career as a teacher. I teach in high school now. It's my day
Oh,
job.
I see that, my friend. I see that. So the band Styren, what year did we put this together? When did this project come about?
Uh, Actually, it wasn't meant to be a band. I got this for my birthday. No, this is crazy story. I got this thing from my birthday from my wife. She pulled friends and family together and collected money. Because she
Okay.
wanted me to finish what I've started like some 10 years ago. I had some songs in the drawer, so to speak. So she said, here you have a sack of money here, we are gathered, and she came up with this surprise party, you know, and surprised me and had a little bag with money, and she said, "You go this money. You can't buy a new motorcycle. You can't buy clothes. You can't buy food. You can't buy liquor or anything. You must go to a studio and record those songs you got in your drawer."
Wow.
Yeah, so I did that in 2024. Yeah, so I went to a local studio and finished some songs and started to write some new material. And all of a sudden I had an album and got signed by Curtain Call and had some songs playing on the radio all over. And Curtin Call asked me, "Do you have a band? Are you going to go live?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." So I put a band together, and early this year, 2025, we went off and did some touring and live shows. So we've done lots of live shows since the beginning of 2025 now. So we even been to
Unbelievable.
Finland and did some shows recently, and some festivals and clubs and pubs, and yeah, you know,
Just
things are
doing it
moving.
all.
Yeah,
Yeah, just
things are moving.
doing it. So you've been together a year and a half or so. So it's obvious to me that you're all seasoned veteran musicians, each and every one of you, because
Yeah,
I'm watching your videos and hearing all of you play, and you all are professional in your own rights and what you do. So you were in a five-piece band, right?
yeah,
You're
yeah.
okay, five-piece. Can we just give a shout out to all the members real quick?
Sure. We have Jonas Wikstrand at drums. He's the best drummer I've ever played with. He's a
Mm,
very talented and versatile drummer. He can play just about any genre, I believe. And also we have on bass Ola Strolin is a former punk and thrash metal musician. He's playing drums in a doom metal band in Sweden. Quite yeah, and he's doing the bass as well. He's a brilliant musician and
I love it.
solid as a rock. And we have those
Oh,
two guitar players. They are they used to play with goth metal or some other melodic symphonic metal things. They are both very talented and yeah,
incredible.
yeah,
They're all talented. And
yeah,
I said, you've been together a year and a half. So, how did this motley crew come together? How did you all find each other and come together to put this together?
yeah. I knew the guitar player Niklas Gode for ages. I've known him for ages. We've been through several bands together and
Sure.
cover bands and show bands and stuff. So I called him and I said, you better get your ass over here and do this with me." And he said, "Yeah, sure,
Let's
sure.
do it. Right
Yeah,
on.
let's do it." Yeah. And he brought a friend, Tony Lindén, is the other guitar player, also very talented, and so they kind of do this guitar thing together with twin guitars and harmonies and solo
Okay.
stuff. They are brilliant, both of them, and all of them are very good live musicians. You know,
Right, right.
they translate what is on the album and doing it live brilliantly. So I'm very happy for this lineup.
Well,
I have no plans to change it whatsoever.
uh, please don't. Please don't.
No,
It's a great one hell of a lineup. And like I said, like I was saying earlier, you're just like a big band, melodic metal orchestra. You fill every little part there is. I can't fit a sliding card in between anywhere because you filled every crack. I
yeah,
mean, it's wonderful how you filled every sound. And now I was checking out, what is it, the debut video and song, The Price. Am
yeah,
I
yeah,
correct? Yeah,
yes.
that. Whoa. Well, talk to me about that song. Where'd that come
Yeah,
out of?
yeah. It's a song about. It's like a conversation between two people uh, who are not seeing things eye to eye,
Right on.
and can't solve their issues between them.
Sure.
So one part is begging the other for forgiveness, but uh, uh, will be granted with silence instead. So it's kind of sad story.
I understand it. I
Yeah,
think some with most probably 98 of us percent of us have been through that type of
yeah, sure.
situation. Yeah, we can relate to that somehow in some
Yeah.
way. Before we get any farther, Magnus, can you tell everybody out there where they can find your music, you, and everything about you?
Yeah, we're all over the place in Spotify and YouTube and iTunes and stuff. We just and also we are available for people who want to talk or ask questions, and that happens sometimes. And I really appreciate that when people approach me and ask about
Yeah.
lyrics or theme or what do you think about when you sing that song or what is it that you're trying to convey to the audience. It
Yeah.
happens every once in a while, and I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, yes. Don't be shy. The musicians,
Don't
they
be shy.
bite, they
No.
bite, they bite just a little bit, but it only hurts for a second.
No, no, no. I
No,
love it when listeners
they're
and
all great.
fans approach me. Yeah,
They're all great
yeah,
people, and I can see you, Magnus, being the last person to leave the arena where you're going to sign and meet every fan out there, aren't you?
sure, sure.
I can see you being
Yeah,
one of those type of people, definitely, my friend. So now, I see you did a song. Well, you did collaborations with a bunch of artists, and that was Fortress of Rock Stars. That
yeah,
was pretty damn cool, brother.
yeah.
That
That was
was
cool. Yeah,
really nice. I like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, Josie was in that because she was in the other song too, right?
yeah. She's an old
The
friend of mine.
price.
She's singing duet with me and the prize and that stars video and that collaboration came about because we were doing some promotion for that festival, Fortress of Rock. So we gathered most of the musicians from that festival, and
Powerful.
I whipped them a bit so they did what I was supposed to do, and we and
Right.
we did a tribute to that Stars song, from the '86 or something, with Dio and Judas Priest and whatnot in
Wow.
the '80s. So we did a
Well,
cover of that and a low budget video, but yeah,
well,
there it
it was
is.
it was
Yeah,
wonderfully put together. Being the business I am as far as production and video and TV and stuff. I love how your videos and your production are going. Do we have a producer director who's putting together these
yeah,
videos and
yeah.
stuff?
It's
Give
a
me
it's
a
a
shout out.
it- yeah, it's a guy from the local studio I went to at first. His name is Liam Espinosa. He's a very talented photographer, musician, and
I like him.
film editor or whatever. And he also has his own band. He's out there. It's called Ends with a Bullet. It's kind of a new metal thing, influenced by the '90s. So he's a very talented
Okay.
guy.
Nice. I
Yeah,
want to hear that. I love it, my
yeah.
friend. Oh, definitely. So now, uh, have you guys been able? You said you've played out. How often do you play out?
Well, we have been doing shows every other weekend or every weekend for a couple of
Oh,
months now.
nice.
So this weekend is actually the first weekend we're not playing live for a while. So we have 2 weeks off. So
Little
in the
break.
middle of November we are doing a couple of shows, and
Okay.
also in December, right before Christmas. But
Okay.
we must have some time to write and put new stuff together
Right.
because we
Exactly.
haven't had the time for that yet. We've
Now,
just been out there and playing.
are you focusing more on putting singles out there than gathering enough and then putting an EP together, then going back to singles? How are you doing this?
I don't know. I don't know yet.
You don't know yet.
No,
I
we're
love it.
talking about it, but maybe we just do two or three songs at first, and maybe letting them out there and see what happens.
Yeah, definitely, my friend.
So we
Definitely.
can include them in an album later on, maybe. But
Oh yeah,
the,
definitely.
the 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 time for albums have passed, I guess, because people, yeah, just putting
It,
singles out there and albums
yeah,
is
most everybody's putting singles out, but there are some that are still trying pressing albums and pumping them out there more for the nostalgic thing than
yeah,
anything because they're really not making much money off them. But
yeah,
yeah, it is nice to be able to hold that physical
yeah, it is.
vinyl, definitely to have that copy and stuff like that. So now
Yeah,
let's continue on, my friend. Now I have a lot of questions I want to ask, and let's go to some fun questions. Can we do that?
sure.
Not that we're not having fun. I'm having a great time, Magnus. This is a
Yes, me
great
too. Me too.
time.
Me too.
So, out of all the shows that you've played, what's the largest audience you've played in front of?
Uh, the biggest thing I did, it's like 1,200 people or something, but that doesn't say anything. We did our last show was in front of like 70 people or something, and it was great.
Oh
Yeah, the
yeah,
people.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
I prefer like 70 or 100 people, then they are all for it. You know, they are all in
Right,
there and they're hanging out and they are
right.
with me all the way and they are focused and they're enjoying the music. If you had like three or four, 500 people and they are walking around and talking to each other and drinking beer and
You got some dead spots,
making out
yeah.
with others, you know, or
You don't
picking
know
their
what's
nose or
better
whatever.
for 'em.
That's
That's great, right?
I see no point in playing in front of 1,000 people if they're not involved. You know.
Well, I agree with you there.
Um,
Well, well, reason I brought this question up, I want to take you to let's take you to that show that had 70 to 100 people. They're all paying attention to you.
yeah,
Okay, let's go to that show. So what? Let's say you're hitting the stage right now, and they're all out there waiting for some music to happen. Uh, Lights kick on. The first chord hits. You hit the mic. You start belting it out. I mean, you
yeah,
start belting it out, brother. And they turn around and go, "What the fuck?" And they're having a great time. They're raising their horns up. They're enjoying
yeah,
the show. They're rocking out. And they're having a great time. And you never know, but you might once in a while see them singing your music back to you. When you see this out there,
yeah,
Magnus, how does it
yeah.
make your heart feel, brother?
Oh, I saw it once a couple of weeks ago, and it almost made me cry. Actually,
There you go.
yeah, yeah. We have a song called "Crazy." Like a power ballad, and I believe it's one of our most liked song or loved song. People like it a lot, and I get a lot of questions about that song. I was have eye contact with a couple of ladies in the front row, and they were singing along with me in the chorus, and that's kind of surprised me and really moved me. So it was excellent. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a feeling that never goes away, and you
yeah,
remember all those moments. You definitely do.
yeah,
Sometimes you just got to turn around and compose yourself a little bit, and turn back around.
yeah, yeah. Exactly. So yeah, yeah.
That's
It's
great.
great.
So okay, I got a question here for you. I'm gonna let you have two answers on this, and I want you to kind of think around the world a little bit, Magnus. Uh, and you're gonna be able to pick out two places anywhere in the world. What two stages would you love to step foot on and perform on? The band Styren. What stages do you want to perform on?
I would like to go to the Sweden Rock Festival
Hey,
in the south of Sweden. It's every year, and it's been there for like 30 years or something.
wow.
And this year or next year, it will be like Iron Maiden and
Oh,
there's a lot
oh,
of great bands, you know, in Sweden. And it also I never played there, but I've been there several times, watching all those cool bands. You know, Testament when was
oh,
there, and
wow.
from all over the world. So I would love to play there next year. That would be
That'd be
like
cool.
the first. No,
Definitely.
it would be like a check on my bucket list, you know. And
Right
also, I would
on.
love to go to America. It's something I dreamt of since I was a kid. You know, go to maybe do a festival in Florida or something, or
Well, there you go.
yeah, something like
Yeah,
that would be nice. Yeah,
we could get you to Whiskey Go Go, or we get you Madison Square Garden, wherever. Let's get you,
yeah,
brother. Let's
whatever,
get you
or
somewhere,
festival.
brother.
I've heard about some nice thing, Daytona Beach Week or something.
Oh
I
yeah.
believe it's in Florida. Yeah,
There you
it would be
go,
great
right
to
on
do
the
that. Yeah,
beach.
yeah,
That would be beautiful. That'd be
yeah,
fun,
sure.
brother.
Yeah,
Heck yeah, why not, man?
why
I
not? Why not?
want you to play them all, and I think you can, brother, definitely.
Yeah,
And like I said, your music is so powerful, and it's hard hitting. There's a dark side to it. There's a light side to it.
yeah,
You touch on a little of everything. It's very inspirational too.
Thank you.
I really like that. And I wanted to jump back. You mentioned, you went to college, you got your degree in teaching. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And now we deal with students.
Yes.
Are we dealing with them musically?
No, no. I teach in construction. Things are connected to constructions.
Okay.
Like I they're going up to be handymans in some way, you know.
Okay, sure, sure.
Yeah, yeah,
Trade,
yeah.
exactly.
I teach my trade, but I teach a bunch of other things as well. Architecture is quite nice to teach, you know.
That's great. Do the
Uh,
students know that you're a rock and roll god?
some of them do, yeah.
Some of them do. They're going to know
Yeah, yeah.
now.
Some of them actually appeared in some shows, you know, and hello, hello.
I teach.
Hey teacher, you're the best teacher ever. Yeah, stuff like
Right.
that. Yeah,
Give me
that's
that
great.
A.
Yeah, yeah, that's great. Yeah, yeah,
That's wonderful.
yeah.
Okay.
Some of them
Uh,
play my songs in their pods, you know, and going
that's
and
cool.
banging. And they show me like the phone and what they're playing, and they're playing like Doom or
You,
something.
you pass,
Yeah,
you pass, you
yeah, yeah.
pass.
You pass. Yeah, yeah. But
That's an
that's
easy
excellent.
way.
They're so young, you know. They're teenagers, and they most of them don't like that kind of music, but some do.
Well,
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah,
That's amazing because there's some
yeah,
really weird music out there, my friend.
yeah. It is.
What has happened? Wow.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh, I'm not going down that road. It's a whole nother show, brother.
yeah. It's a whole other show.
All right, let me ask you another question here. Now, I'm going to let you have, well, you can have many answers you want, but I want you to have two answers on this question here. And these are people. Okay.
Yeah.
I want a person alive, a person that's passed away. In your heart, since you've been a child, who have you always wanted to grace the stage with and perform with?
Yeah, I would say Ron James Dio was a huge influence for me, and I've been up close with him in the '90s because he was playing in small venues in the '90s, so I almost touched him. Uh, and I met some guys in his band, like Tracy G, this guitar player, really nice guy. So I would love to be maybe open an act for DU. That would be great. That is unfortunately impossible now, but
Right.
it would be great. Another idol of mine is Jeff Tate from Queenstrike, you know, or the former singer of Queenstrike. He's doing
Very good.
his own solo career and playing all over the world, and been to Sweden a couple of years ago and did a great show. So I would love to share a stage with him too. That would be great. Yeah,
Oh, that'd be sweet, my friend.
yeah,
Great. Those are two wonderful artists right there.
yeah,
Awesome artists there. Now, now you've been doing this for a year and a half with this band, and
yeah.
you've messed around on and off with other stuff and material. Now, instruments. Do you play any instruments?
I cheat a bit on guitar, but I'm not a guitar player. No, no. And also I press some keys sometimes on the piano, um, but I can't play live. You know, no. I made most of the riffs, you know, main riffs on the album, but I came up with those ideas, but I can't perform those live and sing at the same time. The singing takes everything from me. You know, I have to
Right.
be there with every organ and every part of my body. You know, even the hairs on my thighs are with me in the singing. You know,
You're
it
right.
takes
It's all
yeah,
part of it,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Can't think of something else while you try to do
No,
your
no, no.
best.
No, I have
No.
to convey that feeling or emotion I had when I wrote those lyrics, and I have to intimidate the audience a bit and lure them into the area. You know, so
Sure.
I can't play at the same time. I know there's some people who do it very good, but I can't just do it. No.
Right. Now, do you how does writing come along for you? Is it easy? Do you got a lot of writer's block? Is it in the shower happening on your way to work? How's it come about for you?
All of the above. I can drive to work and I hear something on the news, and it just pops up in my head, like a verse or a chorus line or a melody or just some noises or sounds, and I try to
Sure.
record them on my phone or write them down when I arrive. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and hear something, something is popping up in my head. So I like in 3 o'clock in the morning or something. I just wake up
There
totally
you
awake, and I have something in my head, and I have to process it and write it down. Or yeah,
go. Yeah, I'm getting
yeah,
yelled at 3 in the morning. Get off my side of the bed, you asshole! No.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, or sometimes I read a book or
Right on.
yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if you're familiar with that TV show. It's called The Blacklist. Do you know that one?
No, I haven't.
Blacklist.
No.
It's about a mafia dude. Is Raymond Reddington. He's hunted by the FBI all over, and he
I
has
like
this
that.
network. Yeah, you should check that out. And
Ooh, I
he
think I will.
sometimes in that show he says some brilliant one-liners. So I picked some of those up and
There you
created
go.
songs about like a theme or something. It could be
Right on. Okay,
yeah,
good
yeah,
deal. So now
yeah,
this question I got for you, and I want you to be honest with me, Meg.
yeah,
This usually happens to all my rock and rollers and metal players out there, and this may have happened to you, and I'm kind of hoping because I'd like to have a really cool answer from you, but
yeah.
we'll find out. Any embarrassing moments on stage?
Uh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there we
Small ones, yeah, yeah.
go.
I might have slipped once and fell over, and
Oops.
yeah, oops. And I
Oops.
stood up and said in Swedish, "Did you see that, people?"
Did you see that?
Yeah, everyone
Well,
started laughing and applause. So it was kind of a good thing.
yeah.
One quite funny thing happened to one of the guitar players last time we played. He bought a new guitar and he wasn't used to it yet. So, but he wanted to show off with it.
Oh,
Quite a cool guitar. So, so
oh
he wasn't like used to it. So he was a bit nervous about it. So his one of his legs started shaking like yeah.
no. Elvis.
So he didn't know what to do. So he just sat down on the stage. So he sat down and played the whole set. And I was looking around. I couldn't see him. Where is he? Where is he? Moments later, I found him by my feet like a dog, sitting beneath me and just playing,
Like
riffing.
shaking.
Yeah, it was. So we sat there for the whole show on the stage. So it was quite funny. Yeah,
And what's great is that the audience doesn't know any better. They all think it's a part of the show, anyways.
yeah. Maybe they thought that something like his strap went off or
Right,
the
right.
guitar went broken or something.
Yeah, I love the guitar players that like to pull the Stevie Vai and throw the guitar around the neck and it doesn't come back around the neck.
Yeah, yeah. One of my collaborators I used to play with when I grew up, and he was so obsessed with that Yngwie Malmsteen thing,
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
throwing his guitar over his
Yeah.
shoulder and it spinning around his body, and the strap broke, so the guitar went straight up in the air. And he tried to save it when it went down because it
Oh
was
no.
quite an expensive Fender Stratocaster. So he was, yeah, he was careful of it. So when it went down, he couldn't reach it. So he tried to save it with his foot. So so
What?
so the guitar landed on his foot, and he had like this gypsum casting and walk around with crutches for 3 months because he squished his foot.
Save the guitar.
Save the guitar, you know that little thing you're holding the strap, that little
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
The nut right there, yeah.
it's,
Oh,
it landed right on his ankle, so smack. So his foot,
oh.
yeah. So he, yeah.
That the
We
guitar
went to the
told
emergency
him.
room, and he got this casting around his leg and his foot.
This
Yeah,
is what happens when you do this to me again. I'll show you.
yeah.
That's fun.
No,
That's
I felt bad
hilarious.
for him, but it's quite a good story afterwards. Yeah,
Afterwards, yeah.
yeah,
I'm glad he's okay. The
yeah,
guitar
yeah,
stuff. Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Magnus, I'm having a good time. We're at
Me too.
45 minutes. Thank you so much from the
Yeah,
bottom of my heart for coming on the podcast. This is great, my brother.
yeah, yeah.
And you're amazing. And I hope to see, your band. I just see it getting bigger and bigger as far as not volume wise, but sound wise and more in depth. Now, I also hear in there some kind of storytelling going on. Is that kind of happening a little bit? Are we kind of taking a little story here and moving it on to another song, to another song?
Well, the album is quite. All the songs belong together. It's a theme, It's
Sure. Okay.
you don't have to listen to the songs. Um, it's not like they are not put up like a timeline. So it's like a blended. I don't know how to describe it, but they all belong together, and they are describing uh, s- certain feelings that I have
Yeah.
or had or people I met or situations I've been in,
Exactly.
but the theme is it's like a therapeutic thing to me, like to stand my ground, to believe in what I do, and
You said it right there.
yeah, and just don't apologize for being me or doing the things I do, and
No.
I try to encourage people to do the same and find
Exactly.
their what's right for them or what's right for
Exactly.
me. Yeah. So don't be a sheep. You know.
No, not at
No,
all.
no.
Not at all. I
But you don't
agree
have
with
to
you,
be the
brother.
wolf either. You just be your own fucking sheep,
You
or
be your own,
yeah,
right? Exactly. Do your thing.
be a
Exactly.
pelican or a llama or whatever. Yeah,
Exactly.
or a
Do what you
zebra,
want.
whatever. You do what
Whatever you want
yeah, whatever you want to do, and
makes you happy.
yeah, and don't worry about.
Is-
We are so worried about what other people might think of us.
don't give a crap about
They
other people.
don't give a
No,
shit. As long as you don't
no, no.
hurt other people or being an asshole in general, you can be
That's all
whoever
that
you want
matters.
to, and fuck whoever you
Exactly.
want to if as long as it's legal.
Right, yeah, exactly,
Yeah, and you have
man.
a
It doesn't matter
consent
if
for
it's a mind fuck or
if
what.
you
Yeah,
have
no
a
matter.
consent. Yeah, yeah. Make
Exactly.
make love and make
Uh,
friends and make good
make
food
friends.
and make yeah, enjoy your life and stand up for what is right. Yeah,
Exactly. I agree with you,
yeah,
brother. You just about answered my second question I was going to ask because we're going to get out of here. And I got two more questions, my friend. And
yeah.
again, Magnus, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This
Thank
question
you.
here 5 years, where does you want to be with the band Styren? Where you want to be in 5 years with the music?
Yeah, hopefully we're doing this still, and we're uh, moving on to bigger venues and bigger festivals, and
Definitely.
uh,
I can see
hopefully we're
that.
doing a support thing for a big Swedish act this coming spring, and if we get to do that, I think it will take off from there to another level. So my goal is to be some way somewhat mainstream, at least in Europe. A household name is what I'm aiming for, and
There you go, brother.
do a
I can
tour
see
with a
it.
bigger act.
I
But If those guys from Metal Church would call me or send me an email and said, "Hey, man, we
Right.
want you to
There we
front our band,"
go.
I would be there in an instant. You know, that's my.
I'm there.
Yeah, I
See
love
ya.
Metal Church and love their music, and they've inspired me so much with
There
their.
you go, brother. I
Yeah,
love
so
it, man.
yeah, yeah, sure.
I can
I would
see.
love to do a tour with Metal Church. If you get, if they see this or if you talk to them,
We'll see
let's
what
do a
we can.
tour
If
with
I
Metal
tell you,
Church.
we'll
Yeah,
see what we can write some notes down and see what
yeah,
happens. You
yeah.
never know what big Al's tricks can come
You
out of the
never know. You
bag.
never know. Yeah.
Now, on this question here, you said you had children. Are they older, grown up? What age group are we in?
Uh, I have four children. Two of them are grown up and have their
Okay.
own lives. I have two small daughters. They are 5 and 8. I
5'8", beautiful.
remarried like 9 years ago, and I have
Okay, beautiful.
new kids now. So
Okay. Well,
yes, I'm doing my
this.
second time around. You know, I do it all over
That's
again.
right.
Yeah,
There you go. Well,
yeah.
I want to. This question is for the little kids out there, like your young daughters here, 5 and 8. What advice could you give them, if they wanted to jump in the business that we do? If they wanted to do what we do, what kind of advice can you give them?
Uh, my daughter, who's 8, she's already very interested in this, in singing and dancing and performing. And
Beautiful.
I can hear when she sings that she has a talent because she can hold the notes. You know, she's
Nice.
singing in the keys, right keys, and has it. You know,
No,
that
that's
thing, and
beautiful.
she loves to perform and doing shows at her living room. She's doing like those dance shows.
Sure.
She's very into like Lady Gaga and that kind of music. So she's doing songs, and also this theme from Frost, you know, that Disney movie. Yeah.
Oh
So
yes. Oh
they're
yes. That's all
both
over.
putting up some shows here, the
Well,
girls, and
good.
doing, yeah, dancing and singing. So yeah, probably I wouldn't be surprised if one of them or even both end up in some kind of
Well,
um,
I hope
artist in some
so.
form. Yeah,
Definitely. I believe that music needs to be in every child's life. It's a great thing, whether they
yeah,
pursue it professionally. Always bring it in your life, because it's something always good comes from it.
yeah,
Definitely.
for
That's
sure.
for sure. And believe in yourself. And like, Magnus here says, do it your way. Don't listen to anybody else out there.
Yeah.
Just be yourself. That's right.
Find your own
Yeah.
voice.
That's right.
That's,
Find your
yeah,
own voice, man.
yeah,
That's right. And dreams do come true. He's proof.
sure,
I'm proof. Right?
sure.
That's right, Magnus. All right, Magnus from the band Styren, all the way from
Yep,
Gothenburg, Sweden. Thank you,
yep.
brother, from the bottom of my heart. We're going to get out of here. So, why don't you tell everybody out there at Podcast Land, peace. We'll see you next time. Peace. We're out of here. Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.